etc. Finally got back from being outdoors, hanging out with people, so I can finally make this video. Okay, so today's video is gonna be kind of random. I just have a few topics. Nothing too major's going on, but still stuff that's worth mentioning. So without further ado, here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. There's actually some things that need to be cleared up, some things I'm still confused about. So the first thing I saw going on was something that Louis said that Harry actually said a while ago in an interview. So this says, Louis talks about what he listens to boost his morale. And Louis says, either that or the first Arctic Monkeys album, whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. Okay, first of all, that album title says a lot. No wonder Louis likes it. And then we have this post of Harry saying the same thing. I don't know if it's a manip, an edit, I don't know. So Harry says, my favorite album of all time is the first Arctic Monkeys album. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. Because the lyrics are incredible and every song is just big. Okay, that does sound like something Harry would say because of, you know, the wording. But I really tried to find that specific interview. I think it's a 2012 interview, but I couldn't find it, so I don't know if someone just made this up or if it's real. If it's real, send me the link. Because, like, what are the chances that they basically said the same thing? Soulmates? So yeah, I don't want to tell you guys that that's true because I'm not sure myself. I really hope it is though. And now onto Louis' music. Louis spoke more on what his album's gonna be about and the meaning behind the lyrics, and kind of sounds depressing. So this says, Louis' album will have songs about struggling and pain, which he is attributing to crazy party life that wasn't him, and songs about a long-term love who stuck by him through the hardship, which is his attributing to his loving girlfriend. Okay, so I have many opinions about this. Mixed opinions. I don't doubt that Louis' album will be about this because in an interview, Louis did mention how he used to party a lot and he's not that way anymore, and he says it's all thanks to his girlfriend, Eleanor. Great. But it just annoys me how much they play up this girlfriend card, like his loving girlfriend. Like they can't just say his girlfriend like a normal person, they have to put an adjective in front of it, you know, to make it more convincing. So Louis' album is going to be hella honest and painful and beautiful. It's going to be about a boy who had a terrible last couple of years, but made it through it because he had the support of his soulmate. He's just providing an untrue context to it for the public. I don't want to be the type of person who says, I don't believe Louis, I doubt it's gonna be like that, Louis is lying, but I'm sure there is some things that Louis is not telling us. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, maybe some songs might be surrounding this theme, but really, the whole album, like, I'm sure there's more that Louis could talk about in his album for his songs, like, more stuff has happened. So he's not gonna write about his son, or anything else that happened before the break, like, during the band. He's just gonna write about party life, how he doesn't party anymore, and the fact that it was Eleanor who helped him through it. I don't know, in my opinion, I'm just so tired hearing about Eleanor all the time when it comes to Louis' album, his music, etc. Like, I don't want to see her name anymore. And also, Louis had another interview come out, and it was in text. And sometimes I don't believe these interviews because they're not video, they're just in print. But this article stood out to me, and this was actually the article Louis recently retweeted, which had his model pictures in it. But I'll read most of it for context. So the interviewer says, now that One Direction are on break, how do you feel about the band's legacy? Do you ever think about its cultural impact? If so, how would you describe your thoughts on it? And he says, I do think about it, and I'm still blown away by what we've achieved, but also what the fans helped us achieve is such a short space of time. I can only speak for what we were and what I see more of now in the industry, but boy bands in particular have a certain stereotype. Sync dance routines, all wearing the same clothes, people hiding that they had girlfriends and pretending to be single, etc. From day one, we tried to be very honest and not take ourselves too seriously. Okay, great article. I love the whole thing because they only talked about Louis' music, his career, nothing too personal. But just that one line about boy band stereotypes where Louis was like, people hiding that they have girlfriends and pretending to be single. The reason why that stood out to me is because it sounded like people hiding the fact that they're gay and pretending to be straight. I mean, seriously guys, if you just switch a couple words around, replace some words, that's what it sounds like. So it's funny how Louis worded it in that way and even brought that up to begin with. Because the first time reading that, that's just what registered registered in my mind, like, oh wow, people pretending to be single, people pretending to be straight, hiding that they have girlfriends, or people hiding that they have boyfriends. Like, really, Louis? I get what you were trying to say, but my mind went somewhere else. And also, Louis admitted that the boys will come back together, and I'm so happy to hear this because people keep doubting. The media keeps telling us that they're not coming back. So Louis reassures us and says, One Direction is in all of our hearts. That's 1,000%. It's 1,000% that we're gonna get back together one day, but we just don't know when that is. Everyone's enjoying their own time to themselves at the moment, and it's nice to see the other boys doing stuff for themselves that they really love doing, like Harry in the acting. Like, it's really cool. Okay, so one, confirmation that they will come back, and I'm going to assume 2020 because they're going to be having tours 2018. So that is great to hear. And you know what? They have to come back because they're so young. It wouldn't make sense not to, you know? That's why I never believe the media, by the way. Number two, just the fact that Louis had to add in that extra Harry at the end, like Harry in the acting. Thank you, Louis, for adding that. It just makes me feel so good inside that you include Harry, you talk about him. Sounds like you guys are not arch enemies like the media wants us to believe. So thank you. I really hope Dan Wooten heard that. Okay, now we're on to some conspiracy theory stuff, some analysis. Anyway, but in my last video, I showed you guys all the model pictures of Louis and how awesome they looked, but there was one thing I left out unintentionally. So if you guys look at this picture of Louis specifically, if you read his sweatshirt that he modeled, it says Polarity, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And at first I was like, why is everybody analyzing this? It's probably just a brand name. Like, I didn't look into it. So this source says, Polarity is a form of cant slang used in Britain by some actors, circus and fairground showmen, professional wrestlers, merchant navy sailors, criminals, prostitutes, and the gay subculture. Polarity, a form of theatrical slang incorporating Italian words, rhyming slang, and then again it says used by homosexuals. So yeah, those were the only two sources I found, and I'm not sure if they're that reputable because, I mean, one said Wikipedia, and as we all know about Wikipedia, you can go on there and change stuff around, so that doesn't mean it's true. So yeah, at the end of the day, I don't know if Louis did this intentionally. I don't know if there was a deep meaning behind it. I don't know if he wore it for a gay purpose or to get fans' attention. Because, I mean, Louis knows we do speculate. He's mentioned it before. Louis also lurks online, so he could have done this intentionally. Or, I don't know, maybe it is just a brand name and he just wore the sweatshirt. I have no idea. So at the end of the day, we really won't know until Louis says something about it. But, you know, I think it's still interesting how we found these definitions. And it's funny how they always seem to have gay themes. And now, the next thing I want to talk about in our shady shit topic, Louis recently posted something new on Instagram, and it was a picture of him from the Teen Choice Awards. If you zoom into the picture, I love how Louis is just really showing off his Given a Chance tattoo and the dagger. Like, I love how he tried to focus in on that when the original picture was a far away picture, not even focusing on his tattoos. So the fact that he posted this version of the photo, he really wanted to focus in on those tattoos. So this person says, oh my god, that's my edit. And this says, he could have posted the original pic of him on stage to say it was good to be back, but no, Louis Extra Tomlinson had to go and upload a Tumblr edit of a close-up of his arm with a dagger and his Given a Chance tattoo as the focus. And that's what I was saying too. Funny how he focused on that. And also, a Tumblr edit? Okay, it's either Louis actually went on Tumblr and found this picture because that's the source, or somebody took this girl's edit from Tumblr and put it on Twitter, and that's how he found it. So I don't know if Louis actually went on Tumblr or if he found it somewhere else. But I mean, if this person just posted the edit and they know nobody else took it, then that means Louis did go on Tumblr. Which makes me so emotional because that means Louis probably has an account. He probably searched through the Louis Tomlinson or Larry tag or something. And this says, Louis' Tumblr is probably one of those Harry Thirst blogs that I avoid like the plague, and that's why I'll never find him. When I read that, I died. I literally died. I laughed so hard because what if? That sounds so realistic. I have no doubts that Louis actually could have a Harry Thirst blog. And yeah, me too, girl. I avoid those like the plague too. I do not follow any Harry Thirst blogs, you know, het blogs. Maybe I should reconsider who I follow, you know, because it could be Louis. So yes, confirmation, Louis watches what we do, and I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know whether to be scared or excited, because that's more of a chance that he's found my channel. So, Let's start off with some Dan Dickface, because we all like to talk about him on this channel. Dan Wattpad was on Lorraine and said that Harry wasn't at the Teen Choice Awards because he wanted to avoid Louis. Bitch. Okay, Dan Dickface, and I'm trying to be nice, he can choke. Literally. I don't know how to be nicer. Like, that's the nicest thing I can think about Dan Wattpad. He can choke on Louis and Harry's dick, you know? I don't know what else, like, just the fact that he would even say that, like, no one else is thinking that. Like, I don't even think antis thought that. Like, I think antis hate him. Like, Dan Wattpad is like the Donald Trump of all conservatives. Like, there are Republicans that I know who hate Donald Trump. So I'm sure there are antis who hate Dan Wattpad. Sorry, that's the best analogy I could think of. Liam and Niall didn't show up either, so are they trying to avoid Louis as well? Yeah, didn't think so. You can't just single Harry out and say that. See, he's starting shit. Unnecessary shit. This does not make sense. And I know I shouldn't let him get under my skin because I think he wants this reaction, but I can't help it. This is some fuckery. Next in articles, this one is about Liam Payne. So Metro says, Liam Payne admits he quit smoking for his new son, Baby Bear. And no, that headline's not negative, it's actually pretty positive. I said, when I first read it. And then after that article came out, I saw other articles posting pictures of Liam smoking and saying, no, he hasn't stopped smoking. And the reason why I put this in the category of negative headlines and people starting shit is because people should just leave Liam alone. Leave Brittany alone. Like, why are people jumping down Liam's back and getting on his case about still smoking? Like, I know the article says he tried to stop smoking because of his son, but it's hard quitting anything, and smoking is probably one of the hardest things to quit. Do you really think it helps Liam when you say things like this? I mean, look, so many girls go on diets. They want to be thinner, they want to be healthier, so how would girls like it if someone went up to them eating a pizza or a donut and they're like, oh, I thought you were on a diet. I thought you were trying to be healthier. I thought you were trying to be skinny. Guess not. Wouldn't that be annoying? Like, that's rude, you know? So I kind of compare that to the whole Liam thing. I think Liam is trying to stop smoking, but it's not that easy to stop. And maybe something happened in his life to trigger that again. Like, I think I read somewhere that smoking releases endorphins, which is a happy emotion, so maybe that's why he picked it back up. I'm not gonna analyze this any further. I just think people should leave Liam alone, let him do his thing. He's 23, for God's sakes. Okay, this next one is about Harry, and I'm not sure if this is a new interview. I've been seeing it a lot recently, but I have not seen a video on it. So this might not even be true. But this person says, during an interview, the lady said, your fans asked what you look for in a girl. A fan shouted, no one asked that. And Harry mouthed, I know. Okay, if this is recent, I need a video. I need to see this. I need Harry to mouth, I know. And I need to hear that fan say, no one asked that, because me too, girl. Finally, a fan spoke up, because that's what I wanted to say all this time. If I was in the audience, I'd say that same thing. Interviewers always try to make it look like we want to know that. The fans don't want to know that. Even if we thought they all were straight, why would we want to know what girl they're with? Makes no sense. If anything, the interviewer was paid to ask that question. But just the fact that Harry mouthed, I know, like, that's a lot to process. That's why I need a video. Like, I need confirmation that this isn't fake, and I want to know if it's recent as well. Tell me down below if you know anything more about this. And also, speaking of Harry, I know this doesn't have to do with shady headlines, but we got a new picture of him looking like Arthur himself. And the first time I looked at this new picture of Harry, I was literally singing the Arthur theme song. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Same yellow sweatshirt, same denim jeans. All he needs is those motherfucking glasses. Like, Harry's the only one who can pair a casual outfit with gaudy rings. It just works, you know? Like, he can pull off anything. Like, if Harry wore a sombrero with that outfit, I'd be like, yes, it works. But guys, on a positive note, this is what should be in the media, not those bullshit headlines. Louis raised money for childhood cancer together with Selena Gomez and others. Why is this not represented more? There's not enough of this going around. I see more articles about Freddie, Brianna, Babygate, Louis' girlfriend, and just unnecessary stuff that we do not care about. And you know, obviously, this is not the first time Louis has done charity. He's done a lot of great stuff, which has been in the media. This especially would be great for his promo. Louis needs more positive promo, and this would definitely work. So the fact that this is very underrated in the media, why? Sorry if I seem mad about this, I just think Louis deserves better representation than what he's getting. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I think it's the heat that's making me really emotional. But anyway, write all your thoughts down below. And like always, I make a video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this video. What should they do, Harry?
They should subscribe to this channel.
There you go. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.